Hey, what's up?
Well, what's up is one of our very favorite movie franchises ever, and one of the great, films of all time from 1979. Alien is back now with another reimagining of that first film called Alien Romulus.
I think it's before the first film, right?
Yeah, it's it seems like it's set between the events of Alien and Aliens. So it's between the first and first, which is great because then when you get into some of the latter stuff, Prometheus and Alien versus Predator, then you're just off in wacky land. Stick to the basics. And the director Fede Álvarez is just we really appreciate him from Don't Breathe, his reimagining of The Evil Dead, which is just fantastic horror.
That blew me away. Like that is on its own like a stunning horror film. Like I saw that, and I have seen a lot of horror films. This is my most favorite. I love Evil Dead. I love horror movies. That shocked me. Like there were scenes in that where I got a little, whoa, this is like, a moment where like I almost don't want to see what's going to happen. Like I'm scared of this movie. Right. That never happens. So here's a guy who was able to make a horror film where I feel like I've seen something new, and it scared me a little bit. Especially that last scene with the rain.
Yeah.
What? Why has this not been done before? It's so perfect.
No. He's really talented, and I think we're excited to see what he does with the Alien franchise, because he's going to, with his horror chops, he's going to make this a horror film.
Yep. And that's what it is. I mean, the first one's basically like a Monster in the House film. I mean, it was set in space, but it was still that. Hold on a second. My notes is 80. Oh. Yeah. Okay, I'll edit that part. But yeah, that's what I love about it is he's treating it as a horror film, which it is. It's got a sci-fi slant, but it is people going into a house that has something scary in it.
Right.
Except it's a spaceship instead. So you think about it too. I was thinking about this. Like I was talking about this the other day. We have these horror films, these movies that are coming out that are based on horror films that did something new and fresh years ago. Like when did the first Aliens come out? Like
79.
Oh my God. Okay, so that did something new. And that comes along with like, think about Halloween or The Exorcist. These are all movies that came out millennials ago, right?
Like 40, 50 years ago.
So they're still scaring people. Versions of those same ideas are still in our movie construct of scaring people. Like we need more people making this is one of these films, but we need more people making new films that will then become more hard to and more styled to share. So that's what I love is that this Alien movie has been inspiring and repeating itself. How long now? I mean, and so what I love, and we saw a teaser for this, is that it looks like they're doing something new with it, and it's like that's exciting. Like it's an old idea with a new idea. So I can't wait to see this.
Bring a really good, talented director or writer or creative people and go back to something that's classic. That's exciting. It's when when people come and just sort of rehash the stuff and do it in a weird way that doesn't really work. So this one we're excited about. It's coming out August 16th. I think Ridley Scott is an executive producer on it. So he's involved. So let's take a look.
I cannot wait to see this.
Yeah, this is the full trailer. We did the teaser a while back but here's the full trailer for Alien Romulus.
All right, here we go. Here we'll see what Fede does with it.
Is this really where you want to spend the rest of your life?
You know I don't.
Then this is our only ticket out of here.
That sound effect.
Yeah.
I'm so scared.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
It almost sounds like footprint. Like a footstep.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Whoa. That's just, I just got such goosebumps.
What's happening?
Yeah.
There's something in the water.
Oh,
What do you mean there's something in the water?
No, there's just something in the water.
Oh, it's in the
Yeah.
Who's hunting us?
Open the door, come on.
Oh.
Run.
Look at that.
Yeah, classic.
That.
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to do this?
God. That was just stunning trailer making.
That's a perfect way to make a trailer, because you know the story basically, and they throw a couple of the jump scares in there, but that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Oh.
So, and also just harkening back to the first movie, like at the end with the letters sort of forming like they did in the first trailer or the first movie. Some of the sound effects, like were from the first movie. The acid, the blood, eating away at the hull.
Tropes are all there.
They're all there. I also but you can tell that it's a good directed film, even in the trailer, like the early scene where she has her hand up with the shadow and it has that face hugger vibe, right? Like the shadow is kind of like foreshadowing of the face hugger. Yeah, exactly. So anyway, it just gets me excited to see. I love this, I love going back, and it's going to be much more like the first movie. Aliens, which is a different type of film. It's an action film. It's James Cameron. It's great action, but the aliens aren't nearly as interesting or scary as the first original Alien, which is still one of the great creatures of all time.
It is.
And I think they're hearkening back to that, which I'm excited about.
I know. Well, there are a few things I loved about it, is that they take the tropes and they make them fresh. And that's really hard to do. Like the idea of the alien inside the chest that's going to bust out. We've seen that many, many times now. The fact that they now have, they have a light where they can show and you can see what's in there, that sound effect, the sound like footsteps walking, that was actually the sound of that baby under her chest plate.
Yeah.
That was just,
and imagining that happening to you, you realize.
Oh, and you're seeing it, and the girl reacting was like, because they all know what's about to happen, and you get to see it on the inside. Like, that is a genius idea. Like, whoever thought of that? Oh,
it's very, very
beautifully
smart.
done. And I love the idea of this young cast who are kind of doing this kind of like super low wage, but probably high wage to them, terrible, dangerous job. Like, just go in and clean up this ship or inspect it or whatever they're supposed to be doing there. And the idea they're just sending in this very expendable crew, which is what they've been doing through all the Alien movies. Like, I love that scene in the Alien where they say the crew is expendable.
Yes.
That's where you're like, oh my God. So they don't care if these kids die. They're just they're like canaries in the coal mine. Get in there and see what's up. It's like, I love that idea. And they're like, it's dangerous, but we'll get paid. We can run off together.
And also I like the fact where, just like the first movie, like if you remember watching it, at least when I watched it, I thought for sure Tom Skerritt's character was going to be the last one.
Yep.
Because he's the captain, he's the guy, he's the
we know who he is, and he's
and
great.
It's no spoiler that he doesn't make it past halfway through the movie, and it's a great
I think I killed off in the first 15 minutes.
Something like that. So here we have Cailee Spaeny is I've seen her before, but the rest of the cast are unfamiliar to me, so I don't know who's going to make it, who's not going to make it. I mean, you can tell obviously one character is probably not going to. So it's just like I'm going in knowing what I'm going to get, but with fresh scares, fresh direction, fresh, the effects will be updated to be really interesting, but also it kept like the practical vibe, which is so important.
Yes.
You got to have that alien head to have real goo coming out of it, and all that kind of stuff. So
scary. I also like I like the cast is really young. Mostly in these films, they've been like more seasoned, like astronaut types. They're stronger, and I love the idea of just throwing in some kids doing some work, and they're all really young. And I like the shaved heads and the super modern, feel to it is just really nice. They're not like just putting in. And I'll miss Ripley. We all do. But at the same time, I like that the mantle's kind of being passed a little bit to a new kind of style and a new fresh cast. And I like that there aren't any big stars, because without a big star, you don't know who's going to survive. So
exactly.
you have these anyone could die.
You don't know who's going to make it, and that makes this, makes everything the higher stakes. So I just think this is not like coming out until mid-August, so it's kind of a later summer release. I hope
it's June.
What's that? I know, but usually, the big things come out in June and July. But the bottom line is, I'm going to be there first night. IMAX. Hopefully, this is going to have an IMAX release, and then
let's take a look at posters. One thing I like about this poster that came out, I like that it has gone completely away from the blue tones that Alien is. They went a full on red. The red light was in the film. It's like this looks really modern and new. Great. Right. And we all know the face hugger, and it's this beautiful shot of it. Like, we all know that's going to happen. And then we have the more traditional, but still very effective and beautiful.
Yeah, it's one of the great scenes is the teeth and mouth of this alien. Like in the first,
that thing comes out.
The first time I saw that, I am seeing something totally new.
Oh my God.
And totally believable. Like, the effect is incredible. It looks like real. Yeah, it's one of the greats and still holds up.
It does. And we take it for granted now. But I remember when that first Alien came out, when I watched it, I was like, what am I seeing? Like, everything was new. I mean, everything. The way the alien was designed, the way the female character was a strong character, the weird scene where he was trying to stuff the magazine in her mouth, that weird roll, like the fight scenes were all like, I was kind of really thrown off guard. It felt almost hallucinatory how special and new and fresh this thing was. And they totally threw you off balance by killing off the main character in the first 15 minutes. And you're kind of like, what? Like, just amazing.
And also just the how it went from a face hugger to this small little snake-like creature. And the next time you see it, it's like 8 feet tall. And you're like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, we got like 3 alien creatures in one.
Right,
we had the first, the little cute one. Or not the little cute one. He was cute when he came out, but he's not cute. The face hugger, who then comes out of your chest, as one. So you have like 3 aliens progressing and evolving. And
right.
Holy
shit.
So
we know going in that we're gonna like the setup, and we have a good director, and a great director. So I have high hopes for this to be a real kick-ass time at the movies.
Oh my God! And that just I keep raving about that scene where the ship is kind of going in this dive and it's disintegrating.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like, it was so epic looking. My God, it just looks. And I love the sound dropping out. The sound dropping out and just having that little dee, where no one can hear you. That silence at the end. Yeah. Gorgeous. Amazing. Yeah. It's incredible. All right. So, can't say enough about this trailer.
I know, yeah. And the posters look great. So I'm excited. We're excited. We'll obviously do a review of this one. This could be a Cinemondo in-person film experience.
That would be fun. Let us know in the comments what you think. Which is your favorite Alien movie? What do you think of this? I think this trailer is great. What do you think of Fede is going to do with this movie? I think he's going to blow it out of the water. He seems like one of the great new talents.
I'm in agreement. So Alien Romulus coming soon. All right, everybody. Take care. Bye.
Bye.